Faverdale Park. We have a big open field with a play park in the centre. Let's go visit that, see what's to do. What have we got? We've got climbing frames of all sorts. I'm sure you're supposed to climb on this one. You've got a swing, toddler swings, and you've got your little fireman's pole. Ah, ow! Oh, it's one of these things. As we move away from the playground, we find another big open field. I wonder if I'll see many of these. Some sort of new forest in the making. There are an awful lot of these signposts around with absolutely nothing written on them. You think they'd scrap the metal. Seems everyone's still super fond of fly tipping. Head onto this cycle/walk path that heads out of my way. It looks like that's pretty much all there is to see here. A large part of the fence that has been removed because there used to be a football goal there. Them getting rid of that is actually quite disappointing because I deliberately brought this along to have a little kick about, but I guess that's gone by the wayside. Yeah, what I didn't realise is just how much of a puncture this ball actually has. Alright, let's move on, shall we? Yeah, it's a shame they took that goal away, but never mind. Faverdale Park. It's nice, it's open, it's quiet. Just going to take one of the exits out. And this path you enter onto does lead to another park and runs alongside quite a large allotment. That was the neat and compact Faverdale Park. I think the next one I'm going to is even smaller, to be fair, so... Sugar Hill, where the boggy ground was like walking through treacle. Sugar Hill Park, one that holds fairly fond memories from me as a kid actually, and there's even less to see here than there was in the last park. I think it is basically just a hill. The sun has gone for the day, so I'm hoping to get at least one more of these filmed before the rain comes down, which it will, inevitably. So here we are at the top of the hill, and as stated, there is pretty much nothing to see here. Oh, that's another allotment over there. We have a lot of parks that are adjacent to allotments. Got a couple of benches. That is just an exit out. Let's have a look, see what's down this way. We see that this trail actually leads to a public footpath. Whatever you do, don't put it in the bin. Rama. West back again. Keep off. I had no intention of heading down there, but okie dokie. Yet another empty signpost. Okay, so that was Sugar Hill Park. There's nothing here. Yeah. Continuing our pattern of smaller parks, here we are, arriving at another one. Green Park. I mean, they've all been pretty green so far, but this one must be specifically green. Quite a lot of electricity. Again, there's not much to it. Yep, gotta rely on that id. Can't be always focused on your super ego, right? Couple of sitting logs. Oh, but yep, definitely opens. Okie dokie. Playgrounds. And these leaves. By the time I finish doing these parks videos, I imagine autumn's pretty much going to be done. When a tree turns into a bench. Time for a closer look at the park. Bit of a climbing thing, a little sand pit, small slide, a large climbing frame and swing. And over here we've got some artwork, I suppose. What appears to be a giant ant. Where's Paul Rudd when you need him? That appears to be a spider. Okie. And one last one. A circle of mushrooms. And is that a dragonfly or something there? Certainly making an effort. Let's see if I can do this while watching on the phone. But the balance beam. Can I balance while not quite paying attention? Yes, okay. I'm not doing the climbing frame. Just don't want to. Well, that was Green Park. There's not much to this one. If you live in the area, I'm sure it's perfect, but let's move on. Hello and welcome to a new day and a new park. And yes, it is hot weather, finally. This park has another directional name, North Park. Plenty to be getting on with. Let's go have a look. Certainly a nice welcome. Our first stop of the day is going to be the first football pitch that we've seen on our park journey. It's got proper lines painted for it and everything. It's a shame you can't leave nets up, but you just know they'll get vandalised or stolen. Obviously that whole thing would have been easier if that goal had a net. Let's score a goal in the other end. That's going to have to do. And as we head to get the ball, we approach the second feature of this park, another bike track. Not quite as spectacular as the one found at West Park, but it's pretty cool still. And this one can definitely be used for BMXs, I'm sure. Big metal sculpture just in the middle of the park here. Pac-Man. Centre feature here, not quite as detailed as the one at West Park, but it still gives you the directions. Interesting little metal seat, which is obviously just somewhere for people to jot down their names, and that's an inappropriate word that I'm going to just move past there. Just can't have anything nice. Several of the parks in town have these old bandstands, which are always popular. Of picnic benches and into the play park where dogs are not allowed. That's two attractions that no longer function. Climbing frame with a slide, a couple of other things here as well. Well, that was fun. I'm not even going to try that one. Or just a little practicing your skateboarding. Whoa! Okay, just risk my life for that one. Little climbing frames, some swings, picnic tables. There's also a little toddler park. Would I be terribly ignorant to not know what this is? Is it just a lot of seats? Ah, that's what it's for. It's for the repo team and mush. You can head across to the members bowling club. Head out of the park that way, or head further into the park this way to help keep your play area clean and safe. Oh, looks like this sign's not taking any of its own notice. And a little sports area. Five-a-side pitch, basketball. Make your choice. And a zip line. That was good fun. A couple of open fields to look at. Let's go do that. Got another entrance there. Looks like it's been ran into at some point. That leads to this cycle/walking path that runs through the park. And now we'll head on to this big empty field. Looks like they've planted a lot of new trees, obviously trying to turn this path into a tree-lined walkway. But this is pretty much it. This is the top of the park. A couple of benches to relax on, which had to be fundraised for, apparently. There are a couple of different entrances in that direction for the local residents. Somebody has been having a, quote, laugh in this park. Let's leave it behind, why not? Playing is pro in this. Playing golf is prohibited in this park. Another blank sign. What is it with these blank signs everywhere? And this park is adjacent to North Cemetery, and a long walkway to get here, surrounded by a blanket of leaves. Well, that was North Park. Quite a bit to see here, to be fair. It's fairly large in size. Good play park, nice bike track, good open fields. Yeah, not bad. To the next one. And the next park we're visiting also has the name North in it. This is North Lodge Park. Smaller than North Park, but still quite a bit to see. We have another one of these five-a-side/basketball pitches. Oh, squeeze. Yeah, why not? Alright, I'll give. Man, I need more exercise. This part used to be a bit of a haven for litter, but actually it doesn't look too bad today. A couple of bits maybe, but this park also has some freshly planted trees that have yet to be destroyed by youths. Good stuff. Good views from up here. This park also has its own bowling green for members next to this wall. Handy for your graffitiers. Does that say Free New Zealand? Oh, it's just a big pile of sodden wood chips by the looks of things. Ah, the conker shells. Ow. Okay, let me just get that out of there. Ah. It's not quite there yet, is it? Off he goes. There's a dedicated little area to something here. This fountain, which doesn't appear to have worked for many years. Maybe it gets a few flowers during the summer maybe, but this is just weeds and grass. Not sure what the point of this area is. If you ever don't feel like giving your old clothes to charity, you can just leave them under this tree. Definitely an option, whilst you have a couple of drinks. It's hanging by a branch. And now it's down. Guess I'm going to whack the head off of that one. Alright. Safe. This is one of the closest parks to the town centre, so this is usually a very popular play park. It's one of the few times I've ever seen it empty, to be honest. The largest building in town, which is empty and derelict. The home of John Beaumont Pease. Obviously we've seen a lot about the Peases in West Park. But this used to be where one of them lived, and I'm assuming this used to be his garden. Another side of the park here. Another entrance there. Could do with some better drainage. Another old bandstand for another old park. But this one has at least had a fresh paint job. This one is popular on an evening. And can you guess the demographic? There's a lot less graffiti than I expected. Fun. You've got your message boards. Pick up that poo, you. How many litter bins in the park? 12. Please use them. Yeah, I told you this place did have a problem with litter, as I stand on a can. This park also has some picnic benches, largely used for a couple more in that direction as well. And this is the last entrance. Well, that was North Lodge Park. Nice five-a-side pitch, climbing frames, play park. Yeah, it's alright. Compression session. Goodbye to this park. Stopping in the next park, which is called Tommy Crooks Park. I admit I'm not entirely sure who Tommy Crooks is, but little information sign. Alderman Crooks, donated by a plain man, dedicated to his memory. Tommy Crooks, Mayor of Darlington, 1920. But anyway, I've stopped in this park to enjoy a battered sausage from not just the best fish and chip shop in town, but one of the best in the country. This is the worst fork I've ever seen. Barely into it and it snapped. Should have just used my hands. Delicious. So anyway, yes, I decided to come to visit one more park today because the sun was still shining, it was still early, so why not? This is the easternly most park. I'll tell you what, play equipment has changed a bit since I was a kid. I mean, what is this? Are you supposed to like try and dive through that or something? What is this? Chair there. Hypnotic.
I'm Batman.
It's two spinny things. Again, why you'd want to go on one of them is beyond me. Leaving this area of the park here with the football pitch and the play park, we enter the second area, which is quite a bit bigger. Looks like the main entrance. Cane. Public walkway through to a pretty large business at the end there. And once again, it looks like they're trying to create another little tunnel of trees down here. In 20 years, these parks are going to look lovely, aren't they? It appears as though this park not only has one football pitch, it also has another. What dog has managed to drag this massive stick all the way out into the middle of the field where there are no trees? I do think I only need to score a goal in one of these football pitches though, and I'm choosing this rusty old goal post. I'm definitely not wearing the right shoes for this. It's got to be the reason. What else could it be? Apart from one other park that I haven't seen yet, this is probably the biggest open space of a park that we have in town. A shortcut into the park there for residents of that street. It might possibly have been fenced off at one point. And surely you must need them, right? We can leave the park via this hill here, because this leads to one of several nature reserves that we have in town. This one's called Maidendale Nature Reserve. I'm not going to walk down there today. That's pretty much the gist of Alderman Crooks Park. Big field, play park, a couple of football pitches. Yeah, just a nice local park. That is the last park I'm doing today because the wind's picking up, clouds are starting to gather. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Okay, I've decided I can't leave this park until I've scored at least one goal on this pitch as well. Yeah, I think that'll do.